Well, growing up with West Oakland, West Oakland's always been a tough area. And I grew up in the part of West Oakland that they call the Lower Bottoms, which is down in the Prescott, Campbell Village area. And back when I grew up, we, in the area I live, Campbell Village, everything, there was always the element of the violence and stuff like that. But when we came up, we were all into sports, playing at Defarmery Park, Mosswood. We had these different pockets that we played at where, we knew where everybody congregated, Like you go to Mosswood, you get Berkeley people, North Oakland, West Oakland, East Oakland, everybody came. McClymonds, from a sports standpoint, that was a real big part of the community. Because I remember as a youngster growing up, we'd go up to McClymonds for football games and basketball games, and it was always this saying about Mac that if they didn't win the game, they were going to win the fight. But one of the biggest thrills was going to basketball games at McClymonds. And as a youngster, going in there, seeing that atmosphere, it was just an unbelievable sight. I always told people, as far as the West Oakland community, Mac basketball in West Oakland, that's the biggest show in town. And people would do whatever they can to make it to a Mac basketball game. Agony, the Ecstasy, the Perfect Season is a story chronicling the 2008 McClymonds basketball team and our undefeated run to the state championship. When it started out, it was to write a book to chronicle the 2008 season and kind of share with people a little bit about the character of the kids on that team, because that was a very special group of kids. And when I got Chris Ewing involved, Chris thought, well, Coach, that was a great season and everything, a historic season, but we need to do reflections over your whole career. Chris Ewing is one of my former players. He played on the 2003 McClymonds basketball team his senior year, and after graduating from McClymonds, he went on to major in journalism at Cal, and then he started to write for the Oakland Tribune. And so we wanted to start with me growing up in West Oakland, give a little background about me, and it sort of turned the book into sort of like an autobiography. But I told Chris, I wanted to talk about my story also, but I wanted to keep the main focus on the kids. And so that's kind of how we got started and how it became sort of a autobiography memoir. And one of the toughest parts about the book that I wrote about was talking about my own personal tragedies. Labor Day of 2007, my oldest daughter, Kaja, committed suicide, and she took my 9-year-old granddaughter, Taylor, with her. And that was tough because it was the anniversary of when I lost my wife, because 3 years earlier I lost my wife on Labor Day in an accident that we had. And so to talk about those things and what I endured during that time was really tough, because, I started to not even coach. I had made the decision it was going to be my last year. And when that happened, I just kind of almost lost my mind. When people read the book, they know it's a sports story and it's about basketball, but it's really a story about love and perseverance, and how a group of young men came together to support one another through some real trying times. And through all of that, they were able to maintain their focus on the basketball court and accomplish what they did. And also it kind of lets readers know about the inner city culture of basketball and inner city culture in general. For people that followed the team that year, and for some that couldn't make it to the games, it gives them an opportunity to relive those games through a different perspective now. It kind of takes you inside the huddle in the locker room, and you can now relive the game with the perspective of the coaches and the players and their mindset during those times. So I think there's a little bit of things that a lot of different people can take from the book.